Hi family, stay with me while I make 2 liters of tomato stew for a friend with the ingredients currently displaying on your screen. This stew was made to be eaten with any sides of choice like rice, pasta, bread. For this recipe, the main ingredients you need are some red onion, some fresh chili peppers, some red tomatoes, fresh ones, some red tomato paste of choice. I used 1 Hunt's pasta sauce, the garlic and herb flavor, some habanero fresh peppers, and I had some leftover frozen chicken from the fridge. So I started by assembling my chicken first of all, which I cut into smaller sizes earlier. I seasoned with some Goya all-purpose seasoning, 1 seasoning cube, dried thyme, some salt, red chili pepper flakes, and some curry powder. And I allowed this to cook in its own juice till it was ready. Then I set it aside. I went ahead to strain it out from the juice, and I fried in my hot oil till it was golden brown, as you can see on your screen. Then I set it aside. To my fresh tomato, my pepper, and my chili, I diced each tomato bulb open to check for worms and decay and dirt. Honestly, I do that for all my fresh tomatoes and dirt before blending into a smooth paste, which I transferred into a pot and steamed on very low heat till the excess water dried up. Then I set it aside. Please do not skip this particular process because it helps you reduce the water content of your tomato, especially when you're using dry ones and fresh ones rather. When you're using fresh ones, it helps you to reduce the water content so you can fry and your seasonings can be retained in whatever you're cooking, not when you're cooking and there's just water everywhere like the stew just be watery. Okay, so to my plantains, I diced into preferred shape, seasoned with dried red chili flakes and salt. I don't know who else does this, but I prefer seasoning my plantains with chili flakes as well. I massaged the seasonings into my plantains before frying on very low heat, please emphasis on very low heat, till it was golden brown. I don't know if this helps, but I added some slices of onion to my frying oil, both for my chicken and for my plantain. It just adds a different flavor. I like the burnt flavor of the onion tasting in my plantains. Thereafter, I extracted my plantains from my oil after frying and I set it aside. In my plate, as you can see on your screen, I assembled all the seasonings that I'll be using to fry my pasta sauce. To my preheated oil, I added my diced red onion and allowed to fry before going in with my tomato paste. I added all the seasonings I listed earlier into my oil, onion and paste and continued frying, as you can see on your screen. Next, I added some salt and I followed by my pasta sauce and I continued to deep fry this combination. I added my chicken stock, but you can add any stock from the protein you use, whichever protein you use. You can add the stock at this point and continue to fry on very low heat, please, till you can see the oil start to float, just like you're seeing on your screen right now. The oil has to float, please, so that gives you the sign that your tomato base is properly fried and ready for you to start adding any other water that you want to add. If you notice from the beginning of this video, I didn't add any water content because I need my tomato to fry and not just slap. Please do not be in a haste to skip this step. If you really want the texture of your stew it really enhances it. That's just it. Finally, you add your blended dried mixture of fresh tomatoes, habanero peppers, and red chili peppers that you dried earlier, the one you extracted the water content I set aside, and you continue to fry till the desired consistency is achieved. You could like your stew to be a little bit watery than normal. You add water to your heart content, and with that you have successfully made yourself 2 liters of fresh tomatoes and pepper stew that you can use to eat any size of choice. You can have this in your fridge for the week. If you're a 9 to 5 hour, you can send us a message on any of our social media platforms. Thank you. Bye.